Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into Fun Sparkle Drama. I am your host, Nico Cervantes. We have an amazing show for you today. We have the Santa Barbara Matchmakers here. Come on, let's give them a round of applause. Yeah. We're going to be talking about dating. We have some singles and some not singles that are coming on to give their perspective. But before that happens, I want to introduce my main bitch, Ms. Nita Fuentes here. Yeah. So, I have a bone to pick with you, Nina.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, you don't have a Facebook.
No, I have had Facebook.
Yeah, it's like on, off, I never know. But it's annoying because when I go to tag you for the show, you don't have a Facebook. So why don't you have a Facebook?
Well, I have Instagram. Like, why do I need a Facebook?
Facebook is completely different. But
I
didn't ask you,
I'm like
for an excuse, I asked you why you don't have Facebook.
I'm answering with a question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like it was too much. Like, it was too much to keeping up with. I felt like there was all these people on there. I don't know. It just was too much for me. It was like too time consuming.
Why was it time consuming?
Because I would waste time on it. And
how would you waste time on it?
I don't know. You just were like looking at friends of friends of friends of friends, and like everybody has such a great life.
Because you're a nosy bitch.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. We all have it in us. And everyone else does too. I think that it's a common thing to go on Facebook and stalk.
But I'm not a computer person either. Like, you know, like I have one for my business, but I don't really put anything on it. So.
I never check Facebook from my computer.
Oh,
I always check it on my phone.
Oh, no. Like, I have Instagram. I feel like that's a good social media thing for me.
All right. Well, I think you need one.
All right.
So I joined Tinder.
Oh, my God.
I didn't realize that Tinder was for the gays, too. Like, I didn't realize. I thought it was just for straight people. And I joined it, actually, for this show, because we are going to be talking about dating, and I wanted to see what was it about. And
yeah, what's it about?
It's amazing, I have to tell you, because it matches you up. So you sign on, and you get a bunch of pictures that are filtered through, and you say you like them or you don't.
Oh, right. You have to have a Facebook to have it, I think.
Yes,
that's the
I guess,
whole
right?
niche.
I think, yeah. So, and it uses your Facebook profile picture. So you are like searching through photos, and there's like a seascape, and like, you know, I think people don't understand that that's the picture that you see. Like,
right. I would be that person.
Yeah, or it's like their mom or their best friend, and it's like, cool, you're sharing these people with the world. So anyway, I signed up, and you basically flip through the photos that you like and you don't like, and then if there's a match, they let you know.
Okay.
And it was pretty it's pretty awesome. I think it's probably one of the better social media sites. Yeah. And the gays, we have like Grindr.
Yeah.
We have Growler. I'm on Growler.
You guys, that's for the bears?
Yeah. Okay. Growler's for the bears.
Okay.
They're for the big boys.
You guys, the gays have all the sites. For like, you guys are all
we were the ones that started. It was way before Tinder.
Totally. Oh my God. What was that one, Grindr?
It was Grindr.
In the airport in Philly?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
You should definitely put on Grindr at the airport because it's on.
And then you see them on the plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My God,
that's weird.
Was hilarious. That's another show.
And they also see you.
Oh, right. See, that's what I don't like. I mean, I'm a mom. I have my own business. I just feel like I don't want to be. Santa Barbara is small that way. Maybe if I lived in a bigger city, I would date online, but it just hasn't ever been something that's really. And
you've never dated online, right?
Never. Never.
So how have you met guys?
Just organically. No. Yeah. I think for me, my belief system is that like when you're ready to meet someone, like energetically or emotionally, you kind of just open yourself up a little bit more, like energetically, you know, like pheromones, whatever. And so I don't know. I don't really have a hard time meeting anyone.
Right.
No,
you always are with someone.
But it just, no, I'm not always with someone, but no, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know, it's one of those things where if you're in a place, you know, it depends where you're at, where I'm at personally. Yeah. But the online thing just seems too broad to me. And I feel like there's too much room for people to be big old fat liars on there.
Yeah, so why? How do you know
Don't
this?
you remember we were like years ago after I got divorced and we were like on one of those sites where you could just be a guest and we were
I was trying to get you to sign up.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to sign up. And then we saw my ex-husband's profile and I was like, and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, and that was weird because it was weird.
Nothing was true on there.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm like, it was funny.
Yeah. Well, people do hype themselves up.
Yeah. I think it's a forum for that. And I think it's a forum for people to be really intimate too in ways that they couldn't be in real life. So I see both sides of online dating. Like, I think it can take out a lot of like all that tension of meeting someone. It gives you a little bit more of an ease into conversation. But at the same time, I think there's a bunch of sociopaths, if I would be, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of liars out there, or people who want to, or maybe people really think they're a certain way, and I don't know. I can't.
I think too. It's like it's great for people. I think it's great for people, but we'll ask the matchmakers and see what they think. But I think it's great for people that are really busy, that are really busy with work and they don't have time to go out.
See, my argument with that is if you're too busy to meet anyone, then how will you have time to be in a relationship with someone? If you don't even have time to go out for a drink or to join a hiking club or to go to a movie with some girlfriends, then how are you going to have time to have room for that person in your life? So I don't know. I personally, for me, I'm not a huge fan of the online dating.
Yeah, no, but I completely agree with you. That's actually true.
Yeah. I mean, we're all busy.
Yeah.
Everybody, well, yeah, I mean.
You know what I think is kind of interesting too, a side note, since we are talking about social media a little bit, is Instagram and how on there, like the selfie thing has gotten so out of control. Like I see young girls on there showing all their tatas and everything. Yeah. And I look at them and I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like kind of narcissistic in a sense.
Yeah, it is. It's sad in a lot of ways because I feel like selfies can be really fun. Like I have a couple selfies. Like
all my pictures are selfies.
Yeah, the gays love their selfies. Oh my God, the gays
it's all about like the down,
selfie.
the up down. You know,
I don't have
literally
the angle.
cut like 75 pounds off of you.
Totally. Like I don't have the angle. Like you have to really take probably like 50 pictures to get one. So talk about time.
You have to take 50 pictures?
Well, I don't know. I'm like,
I know.
But, I mean, and then I feel like. Why do we need to post those all the time? Like why?
Well, it's attention. You want the likes.
Yeah, but what if you don't get the likes? Like that, you know what I mean? Then you're devastated, or it just feels.
Or you keep taking shit off.
Oh my God!
That's how you get the like.
No one wants me to take my shit off. Trust me. So.
Well, anyway, I am really excited to bring the matchmakers on and hear them.
I can't wait to hear.
So. Right when we get back, we're going to take a little break. And when we get back, we are going to have the Santa Barbara Matchmakers here. And we are going to pick their brains. See you in a second. Bella Vista Designs is Southern California's premier audio and visual company, specializing in decorative lighting, draping, and sound for your upcoming wedding or event. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you for tuning into Fun Sparkle Drama. Again, I'm Nico Cervantes, and I'm your host. And we are here with the Santa Barbara Matchmakers, Miss Tami, wave, yes, and Miss Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Ladies, excuse me. How are you doing?
Great. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. So tell me a little bit about, Lisa, I'm going to have you start. Tell us a little bit about Santa Barbara Matchmaking and what you do and what you provide.
Well, Santa Barbara Matchmaking is a boutique matchmaking company, and we're here to help people be confident and excited about dating. And so we help people date properly, whether it's online, date coaching, or we match them with our matchmaking service.
Perfect. And do you have like a pool of, so does the man or the woman usually contact you like first, and then you have a pool of people that you kind of keep their resumes or their profiles on there, and then, do you have people that aren't payers, or is it just people that pay you?
We have both. We have clients, and they're the people that come to us to do matching for them, and then we have profiles, which are kind of like our inventory that we'll look through and hopefully find somebody compatible there, or we'll also go out and scout for people for the clients that we're working for.
Perfect. And to be a client, what do you have to do? Or to be a client and to be, besides pay, but but if you want to be part of the pool and part of your profile, what do you have to do to get started? Like if I wanted to come to you and either pay you or be a pool person. Is that what you call them?
Pool person.
I know, in the pool of people that you pull from.
There are members.
We know what you
there are
mean.
members.
Yeah.
Members.
So what do you have to do?
Well, basically anybody can be a member. It's just what we ask is that they want to have a committed relationship, because that's what we're about. We're about finding somebody, that partner in their life. So we're not a dating service.
Yeah.
But if somebody wants to hire us to find their match, they have to be realistic. You know, we have to make sure that we can represent them successfully, because if we can't find them their partner, we don't want to take their money and have them angry with us. So we're really careful in who we're taking on.
Yeah.
They can't be married.
Right?
Yeah.
Had that happen.
Right? Oh my goodness, totally. And so what people, okay, so it's like an audition process?
It's not an audition.
I mean, like, they have to send their photo, right? And then, like, a little bit about them and what they do?
They fill out a profile online that's
Okay.
private. And so it's a little bit similar to online dating as far as somebody goes to our website, they click, you know, get started, I want to be a client, I want to be a member, and then they fill out their basic information. And we ask that they fill out put in a current picture of themselves. And then if they're interested in being a client, we call them and we set up a time to talk with them on the phone. We tell them a little bit about our service, and we do a little weeding out to make sure that they're a good fit for us, we're a good fit for them. And then if it looks like it's promising, we set up an in-person consultation.
Yeah, definitely.
So all of our people we meet face to face.
Awesome. And when you get to them, you help them with their confidence. And Tami, you were telling me that you help them like with their image and how to dress appropriately.
Yeah, a lot of times people come to us after being being married for a long time, and they just need a little adjustment.
Grooming.
To bring them, grooming to bring them
Yeah.
up to speed, maybe. Or people also maybe that have lost a lot of weight or even gained a little weight as they got older, and they're still stuck in 25 years old and dressing that way. So we want to bring them up and represent themselves in their best possible way.
Yeah, that's really interesting for me. If you haven't been dating in 20 years, you know, like if you've gotten divorced and you've been with the same person for a long time and you're out there in the dating field, that's really interesting for me to, what are some of those challenges that you see in people that are kind of divorcees getting back into it?
Well, I was there.
Yeah.
I was married for 18 years and all of a sudden found myself single in a whole new world. I didn't do online dating before. It was new to me. I had 3 teenage children and I thought, wow, this is really overwhelming. But what I learned quickly was how to enjoy the process.
Yeah, right.
And that is part of it, is really being excited and ready to meet some people and not be looking for their flaws, or to really be looking for their good sides, and how can you draw that out, and how can you look your best to attract them to you. And so
it's about having fun, you know, and just embracing the fun of it and the newness and, you know, what life has put in front of you from this way forward. So
What is, I think the most awkward thing, and everyone I will probably agree, is that first date. And you know, that very first interaction where you want to impress someone, you want to do all the right things, you want to say all the right things. What are recommendations that you have for first dating? Like that first date, even the second, third date, right? Yeah.
Well, I always think that when you greet somebody, you have to really greet them warmly, that you're excited to see them. Let them know you're happy to be there. Yeah. And that starts off the date really in a positive note, and that makes the person feel good. It's just something nice to do. So that's a good first.
Yeah.
When you first
and remembering nerves are on both sides. Just you feel nervous, you're not, you know, you forget the other person feels just as nervous. So by acting that excited in this, it kind of releases their, you know, nervousness, and you can kind of meet somewhere.
And you can say you're nervous. You can say, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And they'll be, I'm nervous too. And all of a sudden you have something in common.
Yeah, and it's like a vulnerable, you know, vulnerable side of you, which I think is attractive. You know what I do? I think I give too much out on my first date. Like I'm so afraid of like, it's gonna, like it comes out anyway. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna list it all out there, and then, you know, and
don't
I think,
do that.
Yeah.
I know, right? Well, obviously
that.
I'm single. But I put too much out there because I guess I have a problem with like the honesty thing. Like I want to make sure I'm being honest with someone.
Well, remember, it's not about honesty. It's about having a good time and just seeing if you click and that you can have fun with this person. The rest is going to come.
Perfect.
But
well, we have some guests that we're going to bring on.
Okay.
And yes, some women and men. And we are going to kind of ask their opinions, and hopefully you guys can help them. And some of them are in newer relationships, and some of them are single. So let's get started. Let's bring on our next guests. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Lisa, for being here and being our professional matchmaker.
Oh,
We're going to get your advice. We have two beautiful guests here today. Miss Monique Rodriguez, and she is an event planner at the Santa Barbara Polo Club. And then we have Jenna Reynolds, and she is, what are you again, honey?
I am the sales associate at Bella Vista Designs.
Yes, exactly. Who's one of our
me.
sponsors.
Yep.
So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're going to pick your brain a little bit because I am so fascinated with how the male and female like interaction and how it happens. Like I know about like the gay community. I have no idea about lesbians, but I do know that like a man on man, usually we're very superficial, but it gets a little more complicated actually with I think male and female interaction and the differences with morals. So we have Miss Lisa here to give us a little bit of advice. And we're going to pick your brain. So thank you for being here and displaying your dating history for us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
So Monique, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about your dating style and what kind of guys you like.
Well, I work a lot, so finding the time to date is a little difficult. But I definitely love a businessman, you know, strong head. He knows who he is. So I like that take charge because I'm very alpha. So that really, I'm attracted to that because then I can sit back and be the lady. So I don't have to be the alpha. So I really like a man who just takes charge.
Does it like, so since you are a little bit alpha-ish and you like the alphas, is it, so you guys probably have some intense fighting when you find that alpha guy, like, right? Like it probably gets, he probably goes up a little bit.
The Mexican Italian comes out of me. I am very passionate,
Yeah.
so I can be a little stubborn, but in the past I've had some very nice gentlemen. They know how to calm me down and just kind of let me go through, you know, let me get it out, and then, you know, we come back together. You always circle back to love. Yeah. So I think in every relationship you know, nobody's perfect, and you have to really listen to your partner's needs. So I definitely own my faults, and I think it's good in relationships, just coming back and finding that neutral ground.
And you are dating someone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
I was going to say kudos to you because if you are a type A and you are able to be feminine, that is so sexy and wonderful for your man because you want him to take charge, but he wants to know that he can help you and do things for you, and you can gracefully say, yes, honey, thank you.
I love it. Please, tell me what to do. Make the reservations. I want him to lead.
Not every type A woman can do that.
Well, thank you.
And guys love to be like in charge. They love to be like the masculine role. I mean, I feel like I get a little out of that too. You know, so I get it. I totally get it. But I'm like, obviously, like, I'm masculine-ish. I like to be in charge. I guess my ego takes over, but then I have this big old brooch, so I'm a big old wussy and a goober. But anyway, we're not here talking about me. Jenna, tell me a little bit about your like dating style. And you are single, correct?
I am single. Yep, ready to mingle.
Boys.
So yeah, really.
So tell us a little about your dating style and the kind of guys you like.
Well, let's see. I've always kind of been into the very I like athletic guys because I was always super athletic growing up, and a sense of humor I have learned is very, very important. If they're witty and they can give it back to me, it's great. It's like, because I need a challenge. I can't have somebody that's super submissive because otherwise it's just kind of boring in the conversation. And they have to love dogs because I've tried dating cat people. No offense, cat people, but there is something I just don't click with, like the cat people vibe. I don't know if they're too sensitive or really what it is, but must love dogs as well. So, and my dating scene here has very much been kind of meeting people downtown, going out and about, and then going on first dates and doing that whole scene. So it's been interesting, a learning experience for sure, but I like it. So.
And you're not online, correct?
I am not online. I have not. I'm kind of the antithesis of the millennial generation on that. Not really on the Instagram at all so much. I think I follow 20 people. And then no Tinder. So I definitely think that, you know, people have been recommending that I get on there, but I haven't felt the need to yet. So
perfect.
Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome. Ms. Lisa, so since she's not online, what kind of recommendations do you have for Ms. Jenna over there to kind of get out there and be confident? Do you recommend bars? Is that kind of a thing? Where do you meet people other than Santa
I mean, you
Barbara?
can meet people at bars, and there are people that have met their partners in bars. So that's more of the exception. It's not the best place to meet people. I mean, doing an activity for sure is a place where they can meet somebody who is of like-minded interests. So getting out and doing the activities you love, hosting a party. You know, I say if you want to meet people, you want to meet a guy, host your own party and say, hey, everybody single, come and bring somebody of the opposite sex. And all of a sudden you have this whole great pool to choose from that maybe you haven't met before. And you make sure you're looking smoking hot when you're doing it.
Definitely can do that. You can try at least.
So being proactive is really fun. And then just meetups. Meetups are a great way. Do you know meetup.com?
No, I don't know Meetup.
You put in your activities you love. It's online. You put in some activities in Santa Barbara, or maybe you like to go to LA, wherever you want to go. You put in the things you love to do, and bingo, all these groups pop up saying, we host events. And you just put in your name, I'm interested, and you find out, oh, there's a hike this weekend, and now you go on a hike and you might meet somebody there. There's lots of ways to meet people.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Awesome. So, what do you have, Lisa? What do you tell? Like, since Monique has been you're in a newer relationship.
Yes.
What advice do you have for her in that newer stage? Because I do feel like it gets a little awkward after 2 months now, the 3 months mark. What do you have for her to like kind of keep it going after the honeymoon phase starts to fade?
Yeah, I recommend like quarterly love check-ins.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's really fun because when you meet, it's new and it's fresh and exciting, and you have these, let's do this, let's do that. Well, let's check in and make sure, do you still want to do those things? Are you doing those things? Why aren't you doing those things? Keep it fresh and exciting, and communication is so important to make sure you're still focused and on the same line. And if it's shifting a little bit, that's okay, as long as you're talking about it.
I like that. That's good advice. I think communication it's key.
And I think probably the biggest conflict that men and women have, as far as I see, is the sex thing. So let me ask you, Monique, when do you feel like it's appropriate to have sex with someone after you've been dating them?
So there's
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah. So one of my best friends, her husband, gave me a rule. You have to wait 30 days. And it is true. It really does make a difference, I believe, to really know somebody and to really feel, that it's right and it's comfortable. So at least, try to wait 30 days and spend quality time together. And, if it happens before that, I think it's just an organic process. Awesome. So I try not to put too many rules on it, but I do listen to my best friend's husband. He's like an older brother to me, so those are his rules I try to stick by. Because he always says, if you want to meet the one, really make them wait.
Definitely.
Is it working for you? It's working for you, obviously, right?
Yes, I'm happy.
Jenna, what about you?
Let's see, my mom always told me, she was always like, well, if you like a guy, like, don't sleep with him until, like, for sure that you're, like, with him and he's not seeing anyone else. But I know that's always kind of a little bit hard to do, But the 30 days, I mean, at least, into the 4th day, I mean, I just kind of, how attracted I am to somebody kind of always bases or makes me.
You just want to rip their clothes off.
Yeah, I'm like, well,
as a gay man, I feel that often.
Okay, I'm like your mom.
Yeah, yep.
I am so a believer of, well, it depends on what you want. If somebody wants to just go out and they want to have fun and they're gonna just hook up for an evening and you're an adult, hey, that's fine. Just be safe about it, and we all know what safe is, and. But if you're looking for a relationship, it's definitely time to make sure that that person is committed to you. Whether it is 30 days, what if it's not? What if it's less than 30 days and you two both know that you're committing to each other, you're taking your profiles offline, you're not going to see anybody else, and take that chance together. And but I do agree that when you're really into somebody and you've known them, it's more special. But making sure that you know that the two of you are in that committed mode before you sleep with each other.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being here, letting us pick your brain. If that was uncomfortable. We are actually now going to bring on our gentlemen.
Oh,
my favorite part.
Yay.
We're going to bring on Chris and Ian. So, Lisa, we have some boys with us today.
Woohoo.
My favorite. Some adorable boys, by the way.
Yeah.
And straight.
They're straight, but they look so good.
I know. They look
But
great.
today we're fun and sparkling.
Right? Yeah. With the personality.
There's a lot of that on this couch.
Chris, tell me a little bit about your dating style, like what girls you're attracted to, and a little bit of your dating history.
Well, I'd like to not get into too much of the history.
Okay,
All
sorry.
right, no, we can go. I honestly, I really go off someone's laugh, like a lot of the time. Looking someone in the eyes is a big thing. Yeah. Hobbies will come kind of secondary. But
what do you mean, like looking in the eyes? Like that's so weird to me.
Seriously, you know the spark? We have sparks. You don't have the sparks. What are you going
really,
after it for?
You do actually have really good eye contact. Some people.
Thank you.
I get kind of nervous when people look at that. But no, but you do. Like you're an easy person to.
That's good.
So what are some turn offs that you have?
I don't like when girls are really shallow, and they tend to be, especially from where we're from. You know.
Yeah.
It's just very.
How have you seen like what is your experience with girls being shallow? Sorry.
They turn into they don't want to laugh because it'll put them out.
Oh, so shallow with themselves?
Of their clicks, and it's like it's inward, and it's also put off onto guys that are in their dating realm.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, wait, how old are you?
How
old are you?
27.
Okay, so the women you're meeting are
they're
old?
They're young.
They're young.
They're mid-20s.
Yeah.
And it's my mom, if she was watching, she'd be like, "Yeah, I with them. 33."
He's coming up from LA too. It's a different sort of scene down there.
I don't know. It's just very superficial. I just hate superficial girls. So the more true you are to me off the beginning, the more that I know.
So like a little hippie, a little crunchy, a little yoga-y?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to pray to crystals in the afternoon, but yeah, I'd like somebody who's in tune with the earth, but also in tune with the actual reality we're all living together right now.
What's the worst date you've ever had?
Oh, I had a 40. She had a 40, and then
alcohol?
she puked on my lap twice.
Oh.
And I hope she's not watching.
Wait, this was a date?
Yeah.
Chris.
She couldn't hold her malt liquor.
Yeah, she's little. She was a girl. I assume she was little-ish.
Yeah, we were younger, but
big girls need 40s too, Nico.
I don't know.
I was just trying to have some fun.
Lisa, what do you think about this whole 40s business?
I'm like, what are you talking about? What is 40s?
Like 40s, it's like beer. Like they were drinking 40s, like the big.
She probably had more
touched one before in my life.
She's throwing her under the bus right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah. It didn't. I ended it with a smile.
Well, what do you think about drinking on the first date?
Oh my gosh, drinking. If you're a woman, one glass of wine. If it's going to be a longer evening and there's food involved, you could have 2, but no more than 2 because then you're going to start regretting.
100%. 100%. There's nothing worse than a sloppy date.
Right. Okay. So Ian, you are finally with someone, which I'm using you as inspiration. You're with an amazing girl. But before, how long were you single for?
Always.
Yeah, right?
There was never a time, I don't think, in my life.
I was waiting for you to be gay. Like
so was my mother.
I did. I was waiting for you to maybe he just hasn't found the right guy. No. But you were single a long time. And you were on every single dating site, correct?
All of them.
All of them. So what is your recommendation for dating sites like that? Because you don't meet until you meet. And there's all this pre-stuff. So
well, here, who do I talk directly to?
Yes, that's your camera.
People of the world, if you're going to online date, just be honest. The best possible thing about online dating, possible thing, is that don't cast a wide net. Don't cast a wide net. Be specific in who you are and what you're looking for and be truthful. And you're going to find someone that's into that.
So tell me a little about this truthful business. Like, truthful as far as like what you do or physically?
Physically, what you do, who you are. My problem with the online dating world that I experienced, and it's not for everyone. I have lots of friends and clients who met online and they're doing fabulous. But, where was I going with that?
Truth being truthful.
Yes, you're being truthful.
All right.
Yeah. But not too truthful, like I am.
But you didn't find it.
Yeah, the problem is that people usually project who they want to be and not who they are. They're not maybe entirely honest with themselves. And again, they're casting a wide net. The smaller the pool that you're fishing for, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to find the person you're looking for.
So wide net means like they have to have this certain job. They have to do.
They have to have
to
2
look like
eyes
this.
and 2 legs.
Exactly.
And,
You can't like everything and everyone. I mean, there's got to be a specific niche that's important to you. If you like knitting and watching pro wrestling at home, you need to put that in there and let people know that this is something that's important to you.
Do you tell them what you're looking for? Do you tell them that you're looking for a relationship, that you're looking to just date? Or...
And for me personally, I maybe don't want kids in my life. And so finding someone that was also important too, but you almost feel like you have to hide that because it's going to cut out 90% of the women out there. But if you're honest, you're actually going to find that 10% that's totally cool with that. And you can raise your dogs.
Well, what if you changed your mind though? What if you met somebody who you fell so in love with and all of a sudden you want to have kids with her?
That would be a possibility, but at 32, I doubt that's going to happen. Not feeling it.
So let's talk about the sex thing, because that's what I like to talk about. I'm so fascinated with people's energies and why they have sex or how they have sex, their interactions. So what is your policy on sex? I know that you said a little bit like 3 to 4 dates, Ian. Let's start with you.
You're giving me a lot of credit, Nico. Yeah. If you can make it, if you really like the person, you should wait 3 to 4 dates.
Okay.
And when a woman waits.
When a woman waits, you respect her. You feel like she's worth more.
Perfect.
I'm not saying one night stand isn't a good thing. It's a lot of fun, but generally in the back of my head, I've got that, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all to think that way.
No, it's totally fine. We're men. It's cool.
But I do feel that, all right, well, maybe she did that last week with someone else, and the week before with someone else, and the week before with someone else.
Okay, like she's a slut.
There's a certain amount of respect to that, which is not fair because I applaud your sluttiness.
That's enough from you.
You let that fly.
Mr. Chris, what about you?
I'm super old-fashioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is good that we have you here.
Yeah, I usually wait till we date. That's not any kind. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that's totally what it is. It's usually someone that I think there's a future with, because I'm giving like my most personal part of me too, Yeah. And so I've been very discreet with my
So how long?
How long do I wait?
Yeah. Come on.
With some girlfriends that I've had, it was like very soon, like 3-4 weeks after.
Oh wow!
But I'm very old-fashioned.
Oh my gosh! I want a clip of this to put on my website because I want women to hear this.
Well, and I'm young too, and it makes me so mad that so many people think like we're all out here being man whores.
Yeah.
Just because it's 2015.
Good for you.
Quality men here, right here. Two
that
quality
wasn't
men.
a TV answer, right? It was a real.
No, that was.
Yeah, we're all applauding.
Yeah,
I'll clap for myself.
I'm not giving anyone the benefit of the doubt. So, Lisa, we have run out of time, but thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it was so fun. Thank you.
Amazing. I could talk about this all day.
Me too.
It's so fascinating how. So thank you very much, and thank you, Miss Tami, for being here as well.
Yeah, Tim.
Definitely. And thank you, boys. Handsome and dapper and amazing. And thank you for honesty. Yes.
I want to thank our guests tonight, Lisa and Tami from Santa Barbara Matchmaker. Their website is santabarbaramatchmaking.com if you want to go online and fill out an application and get started. And also to our Sweetie Pie guests that were here, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And if you like this video and you're watching it via YouTube, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning into Fun Sparkle Drama. I'm Nico Cervantes. Bye.
Thank you.